friends, it's Audrey here from Law of Craft, and today I am going to do a walkthrough of my 2020 December daily albums. I've been doing 2 albums for a while, so this is part 1 and part 2. I just realized I should probably turn that around. But so let's start with part 1. Okay, so these are albums from Ali Edwards. Trying to get this whole thing in the shot here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so starting out, this is 2020. This was my cover page. This was the pin. And I've been doing for a few years now. I've been getting a custom portrait made of my family, which is myself, my husband, my dog Dennis, and my cat Barley. This one, I forget the Etsy seller. You can find it on my Instagram page, but this one is the Tangled scene because this was coronavirus. So, okay, let's move on. Alright, so these are just the opening pages. This is my reason why. This, I believe, is from The Paper Person. It's a holiday checklist from The Paper Person. And this is day 1. I love these numbers from Colorcast Designs. These are from The Paper Person. This is from Ali Edwards. I forget where. I think that this is from my stash, that piece of paper. So what I decided to do was, ultimately I decided to do letters too. So this is you'll see in a minute. So it'll be a letter to December 2020. I've never have done it like that, and I found that I don't really like that format, to be honest. I am a lawyer, and I'm more of a kind of a journalist, sort of perspective writing, news sort of writing, so I'm going to go back to that format in 2021. But here's Dear December 2020. So that is story 1. This is story 2. And so what I did was this is not the second day of December. I did a story each day rather than with a quote-unquote daily story. So this is 2. So this is this is an old book that I cut up that I've been using. It's a Grinch book. It's a Grinch Who Stole Christmas. It's literally a page from an old book. I just got the old book and I've been using it, so that's my sister. We met in a parking lot in Sturbridge, Massachusetts, so I can give her around Thanksgiving, so I can give her the gifts for the kids, for my niece and nephew, because it was the coronavirus was going on and we were not vaccinated. Alright, so moving on. This is day 3. I'm going to have to blur out some of this. This is all about meeting my niece and nephew on Zoom for lunch. Okay, so this is day 4. So I did this for Cocoa Daisy. So this is using the Cocoa Daisy kit. And it's also using the exclusive Cocoa Daisy Christmas kit, which is one of my most favorite kits to get. So I would recommend that you go and pre-order that if you want, because it's just such beautiful, like, floral patterns, and as Christine Everett of Cocoa Daisy can do perfectly. So this is a tree that I did for day 4, and this, as you can probably imagine, is all about trimming the tree. So we actually did this on November 27th, in between Thanksgiving. But I documented it for day 4. So Barley has come onto the desk. She's coming to say hi. If you can see her, she constantly photobombs me. Okay, so this is day 5. I did this for Click Kits International, and this was our date day. We went to France. Hey, Barley girl. We went to France virtually. Yeah, she knows I'm doing something. So she wants to play. I'll move that over there. She can play with that there. Alright, so this is just going to be the way it is for my video. Okay, so day 5 we went to France virtually because it was in the middle of the pandemic for our date day. We made pâte au choux with a wonderful patisserie. His name was Carlos. I did this using a kit that was not a December kit, so I thought that was pretty neat to do that. So that is that. And so dear pâte au choux day. We got a new couch. That was our big Christmas gift, and this I also used a kit from Click Kits to do, so that is day 6. Day 7 is one of my absolute favorite. This is an old letter from Felicity Jane, so this is Grounds Coffee and Donut, or Grounds Donut and Coffee House in Danbury, Connecticut, and I got a Mexican hot chocolate donut, I believe. It's such a great place. So that is day 7. Day 8 is one of my absolute favorites. So this comes out. It's just a story on, it's a letter to Americans during Christmas time in 1918 when the other pandemic. So this is a pocket that I made. I made the pocket using the Tim Holtz paper dolls. I mean, obviously, a lot of these pictures are not from 1918, but you get the gist. There's a lot of, I did a lot of research on this. I read a book, so I could do kind of like a history sort of lesson in this. This is from Allie Edwards, so this is probably my favorite page in this book, and that's saying a lot because I love them all. Okay, day 9 is all about my nativity. You can see this on you can kind of see it here. You can see my hand through here. You see me moving that there. This I did for Click Kits. This is alcohol inks, so it's transparent, it's see-through, so you can see my hand. If you look on my Instagram and in my highlights, I have all of my December daily. You can see this held up to the light. But this came out really cool. This was such a labor of love to make. So this is alcohol inks, and then this is using a kit from Click Kits International, and this is my very non-traditional nativity scene, which I absolutely loved. I found that a lot of my stories in 2020 were talking about things around the house. Okay, so like the nativity scene, for example. Okay, so day 10 was the 12 beers and 1 cider of Christmas. So I had bought a marshmallow advent calendar, and I decided I didn't really like it, and my husband, if you don't know, is a professional brewer, so we're a really big beer family. So I set up so we could take this picture together, and I bought 12 beers and 1 cider that were Christmas or holiday themed. I made this using Allie Edwards digital letters. I made this cut file. These are, I believe, from the Paper Person. This is from Colorcast Designs. This is from Coco Daisy. So a lot of my favorite shops. And so I made this cut file, and this is celebrating all of the different holiday ales that I got. So I had so much fun going to the store, picking them out, taking pictures. So this is what I'm going to be doing again this year instead of an advent calendar. I already bought a little Santa Claus stuffed animal for this. This is an Allie Edwards cut file, or I'm sorry, journal card. This, I believe, came from the Paper Person shop. This is actually from one of the boxes. It was this holiday ale, so that's actually from one of the boxes. That was probably one of my favorites. So I just thought this was pretty neat. Okay, so day 11, and this is kind of shiny if you can see it there. Let me see if I can scan in a little bit. Well, anyway. Alright, day 11 is about my love for Christmas pajamas, which I wear all year round, and I'm actually wearing them right now. So this is actually yellowing a bit because I did it accidentally on the back of the page, but I kind of like the way that's looking. So I set up all my Christmas pajamas, I took a picture, I created a digital stamp which I ran through my Mink machine, and then I have a story here. You can see there's the top of it, and I have a story too, which is a nod to my Christmas pajamas. So that's day 11. Alrighty. Day 12 is decorating my home for the holidays. This is from Color Cast Designs. This is just the different elements. We actually decided to decorate the outside with lights. This is our main Christmas tree. These are some of the other elements. This is a little mini Christmas tree we have. I have a Christmas tree in every room. They vary in size. The main one is the tallest one. I just loved how this came out. But I decided not to put every tree up this year, a picture of every tree, because I've done that before, so I decided to narrow it down. So these were from Cocoa Daisy. Okay, day 13 is another one of my favorites that didn't get as much love as I thought it would on Instagram, but I think maybe people were done with December daily by the time I posted it. But this is my baking day. So you can see here, I ran this through my Mink machine here. This is a cut file or it's a digital stamp from the paper person, and I absolutely love how this came out, and I think this is one of my favorites because of this. I decided to make this year, instead of cookies, I made pierogies. So this is me making pierogies. Pierogies is an old family tradition. I kind of felt, in my father's family, and I kind of felt it would be good to make them this year for 2020, since a lot of people were missing, you know, traditions and Christmas, and it would be comforting. So this is me making pierogies. This is my kitchen Christmas tree. So I do have them in different spots. Like I watched Charlie Brown's Christmas special. So I do have some of the things that I did in different spots. Okay, this is day 14, and unfortunately I can't show this to you because my sister has asked, and I respect that we don't share pictures of my niece, because she's trying to keep her off the internet. But this is my niece's birthday, so this is, I wish I could share it with you, but alright, I'm going to stop this video and it'll start back in just another second, and we'll go through the second half of the album. Okay, let's go through the second half of the album. So this is days 15 through 26. I always do an extra day, just because I like to celebrate Boxing Day. Even though I grew up in the United States, I just find it's a fun holiday to celebrate. So anyway, okay, so this is the opening. So this is going to be day 15, and this is Hope. This was the first vaccination in the U.S. This is the cover of the New York Times, and what I did was I printed it out twice, and I cut out the word Hope, and I popped it up with pop dots so you could see the word Hope comes up. So this is all about, some of these get musty. Okay, so this is all about the vaccinations. So, and I believe that this happened on the 14th. Or no, this was December 15th. So, but I think the 14th was the first day, yeah, on December 14th. So, obviously you can see the story is the 15th, even though it's not exactly a day that happened. And like, for example, this one is the 16th, and it happened on the 17th. So this is all about snow, celebrating one of the big snowstorms. And so this is a cover sheet that I made This is from Cocoa Daisy, and I just cut out a piece of transparency and made this sort of cover of, this is my dog Dennis and his two friends Autumn and Brilly. So they love to play in the snow. Anyway, so this is about the nor'easter in December and about the winter wonderland. Most of the pictures are of my dog Dennis because he had the most fun there. Okay, so day 17 is a nod to Christmas movies and eating ice cream, which I thought would be a fun surprise since I had it delivered from Jenny's, which is one of my favorite places. So this is the actual ice cream container from what I ate. I actually cut it up, cleaned it down, wiped it down, let it dry off, and backed it with some paper. And this is about Christmas Vacation. We ended up watching that movie one night. It was so much fun. Alright, day 18 is a story or a letter that I do each year to my fur babies, Barley and Dennis. This is Barley. We don't have children, so I like to do a nod. So these are my children. Fur children are children. So anyway, I like to do a nod to them, and I do a little story to them. I really love that picture of him. So this is day 18, and I believe that this was either, this is an Echo Park, or I think it was an Echo Park set. It's an old set that I've had. Okay. Day 19 is another one of my absolute favorite layouts this year, and as you can see as we're going through, I did do a lot of different items, things, because there wasn't that much going on, activities going on. So day 19 is about, is to my favorite band, one of my favorite bands, Calexico, and they came out with a new Christmas album. So this is an old Color Cast Designs, whatchamacallit, acrylic piece. And so this was the cover of their album or their poster. So what I did was I cut down a 12 by 12 paper. I made a little window here, and it's just a very simple layout, but it's one of my favorites. Alright, so some of this I'm going to have to blur out. This is day 20, and this was a visit with Santa Claus that we did with my entire family. This was, it was a virtual visit with Santa Claus with a company called Jingle Ring, and it was really cool. And a nod to Crystal, my friend Crystal Idunante, who taught me how to make this Santa Claus from a digital file, because I needed to figure out how to cut out that shape, and I didn't know how to do that with the silhouette, and I learned, and that was really super cool. Alrighty, moving on. Day 21 is the winter solstice. This is talking about the darkest day of the year and missing my family for Christmas and the holidays. This was a transparency from Cocoa Daisy. This was from Cocoa Daisy. I think I actually put the transparency backwards, but it's fine. This I ordered from an Etsy seller, and I can figure out who it is, but basically they send you this picture. I found this in the Allie Edwards December Daily group. Someone posted it, and then you just put in Photoshop, you put the picture there. So this is an old picture of my family from years ago, before my niece and nephew were born, when we still had Moses and Pierre, which were my first two dogs. So I put that in there with Santa Claus or Father Christmas, whatever he is there. And so I have some other of these pictures, and I really love it, and I think I'm going to use it again. Okay, day 22 is all about holiday mail. So this pulls up, and it's a little hard to pull in and out, as you can see. Well, I guess once you get going, it's fine. But this is an idea I got from Crafty Jen Scow in one of the December Daily product play classes, I believe, but which is the envelope. The envelope is a template from Cocoa Daisy. And then these are stamps that I pulled off holiday cards. This is a piece of the Shutterfly packaging, and this was my holiday card from for 2020. This was the old picture that I did for 2019's album that I had a custom portrait done, and I used it as our card. So there we go. And those are pictures of the kids. Alright, day 23 is all about wrapping paper and the story behind the wrapping paper and wrapping gifts. Day 24, which is Christmas Eve, is, and you can kind of see the sparkles a little bit. I used some Tim Holtz. I'm planning on using a lot of mixed media this year, actually. But day 24, my dad, when I was a kid, wrote a Christmas story called Dazaga's Christmas Adventure. And he found it and put it in, made it into a little book. Which I should... Alright, so my dad found, it was missing. He used to read us this story every Christmas Eve, and it was such a warm holiday tradition in my family. And so the story was lost for a long time, and he found it, and he put it into a book, and gave it to us for Christmas. So this is all about that story. The main character, her name is Dazaga, and it's such a warm story. So there's not too much to the layout, but there's a lot to the story. Okay, day 25 is about Christmas, and there's a lot that I probably can't share in here. These are from In a Creative Bubble, and I got this idea from Lisa Suarez, I believe her name is. They're digital, it's a digital file, and so what I did was, because we're celebrating Christmas virtually, I did an opening to it. It's a COVID Christmas. So this is just the story about how the holidays look different this year and how we're doing things differently. And then what I did for each one was I did this top part, and I put the name of the family that were doing it, and then here, let me see if I can pull. Yeah, no, it's so anyway, I did the name, and I used I made my own kind of transparency here. So since we have a lot of family and I don't share a lot of pictures of family, I'm gonna skip over Christmas. Okay. Alright, so day 26 is my last one, and this is a picture of, this is a nod to Hogwarts and a picture of my Harry Potter sweater. Obviously this happened on December 23rd. These light up, it's hard to kind of see, but it's my ugly Christmas sweater. I don't really think it's ugly. And this is just a, magic is something we make. It's just a nod to Hogwarts and Harry Potter. They had this, you can create your own tree. They had different messages. These are from Shadney. And then finally, the very end is, this is, I'm losing my train of thought now. Okay, this is the ending page. Alright, so that's it for my December Daily 2020. I like to go through because I like to look and see how I did it before all the products really are released. I'm probably going to do 6x8 again this year. Probably going to do a 6x8 size. Probably going to split it up into 2 albums just because I like the size and it's uniform on my shelf. So if anyone has any questions where they found anything in here, please leave me a message either on YouTube or Instagram, and I will hopefully be able to answer them. And happy fall and Merry Christmas. Bye everyone.